Alrighty fellas, good morning. Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski. Welcome back to our PokeMMO stream recap. I believe this is stream recap 512. It's an honor to have you guys here. This is our daily show for PokeMMO news, tips, tricks, events, discussion, everything happening in PokeMMO. We try to discuss here at least 4 days a week, and today's going to be a long one. It's going to be a 7-hour stream, fellas. We have a catch event later today at 6 p.m. and that'll keep me here for quite a while. We're going to make a ton of Iron Man progress today. I'm really excited for. I have a ton of grinding to do. I am behind on fossil farming, you know, keeping my money stack up. We try to get over maybe 3 mil Pokeyen today would be ideal. If not, it's okay. We'll probably spend it back down pretty quickly on breeds and on berry farming anyway. So let's just go ahead and jump into our actual news segment, fellas. We have our catch events. There is a catch event today, and if you watch the recaps, you already know about this. Don't worry, but it happens at 6 p.m. ET today on the 20th of May, Wednesday. I'm not going to go over all the details in great depth because it's literally happening later today. We'll cover it then, and we'll go and actually participate and give our Iron Man a chance to win some free reward points, which represents one of the best endgame activities on the Iron Man accounts, is trying to win that free premium currency. Next up, we have another catch event on the 23rd of May, Saturday at 4 p.m. ET, Route 18 in Kanto. You have 1 hour to catch Dodrio, Fearow, and Slugma, and there are Jolly +5 nature bonuses and Adamant +3. There also is a shiny Doduo up for grabs here. Really cool shiny Pokemon, really cool shiny bird. It comes with 3 selectable IVs. You probably go 31 HP, 31 attack, 31 speed, and then 3 times 28 in the other IVs, plus 1000 RP on top of it. As is a weekend catch event, so these are always popular. These are always ideal for most people, of course, which is a good thing. It is Saturday at 4 p.m. Next up, quick little shout out to an up-and-coming team. People always ask, you know, Patrouski, what team should I join in PokeMMO? And to be honest with you, I don't really know. I don't know the team scene as well as I wish I did. There's so many amazing teams right now in PokeMMO, but it's always cool to see an up-and-coming team. I remember when me and Joshua, way back in 2014, 2015, made our team recruitment first post for 8-bit heroes EBH way back in the day, and that was a really cool moment. It's a nerve-wracking moment trying to start a real new team in PokeMMO. So I wanted to give Honeybun a little bit of a shout out. I love the name. I wish him the best of luck, and I like the art they use. They're already putting some extra effort into it and some extra love, so I'd love to see them host some events or do some things. They're a very small team, obviously, just up and coming, 12 members strong. I see you, Honeybun. It's a lot to start a new team like this on the forums. Nowadays you have Discord servers. Back in the day you would have TeamSpeaks, you know, same things, but things have changed a lot, but it's still somewhat the same, which is kind of beautiful in my opinion. And I wanted to shout out Team Honeybun. Good luck to you guys. Next up, we do have our market. We're already on to our market check. Pretty quick, rapid news today, but this is an important one. This is an important one, but kind of a bummer. I'm gonna be honest. We cover the good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty around here. We cover everything to do with PokeMMO. And Rainbow Quills is a little bit of a, I'm gonna be honest, a little bit of an ugly one in my opinion. But it kind of is up to the eye of the beholder. And honestly, where do our priorities lie, and what are our goals when it comes to an item like this in PokeMMO is the real question. For those who don't know, Rainbow Quills are the item that you use to adjust the IVs on all of the Johto legendary beasts. So Entei, Suicune, Raikou, if my remembrance is correct. And then it's elemental orbs for the legendary birds like Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres. Now, when Rainbow Quills came out, you get 20 of these when you catch one of the legendary beasts, and then you also get a certain amount from defeating the Ho-Oh refight. You also get some extra ones for the Ho-Oh refight. I think I should have some on the, yeah, I have 23 of these over on the Iron Man account. For a quick reference, you can't really see it, but it doesn't matter. I have 23 on the Iron Man account for quick reference because I've done the Ho-Oh refight a couple of times now, and I've obviously spent them and used them on IVs and such. But it's interesting. You can see when Rainbow Quills first came out, they were 40,000 Pokeyen a piece, and this is one of those items where the longer it exists, the cheaper and cheaper it's going to get. And I think it might have a sell price to a market, and it might already be at that sell price. You can sell Rainbow Quills for 1,250 Pokeyen over to a Pokemart, so that's what keeps them, have some sort of value. But they're just going to be at that value because there are so many of them in the game at this point. When they first came out, they were at that 40k price range, but they just kept going down and down because consuming them to get good IV, you know, get the IVs up on the Johto Beast just isn't enough. It's not enough of a sync to maintain an item like this long term. So without a proper sync for them, they just have perpetually gone down in price and will now hold at their base value for 1250 until the end of time. Maybe there are certain updates. I think like when Articuno became relevant, or no, sorry, that'd be like elemental orbs though. So yeah, it's tough to say, man. Rainbow Quills are kind of what I consider like a dead price item in PokeMMO. They're still relevant. They're still like, you have to factor them for making Pokeyen. Like you do get, you know, 1250, 1000 yen per, you know, Quill is really, really relevant, right? But at the same time, it's a little sad to me to see an item like that. I think it's really important to keep track of markets like that and try to add enough syncs to keep them at a healthy value. But at the same time, then you end up with it's cheap to adjust your Johto legendaries. So there's positives and negatives to everything. I'm not saying like they need to be expensive, right? That's a little silly, but I just think it's a little sad to see an item not be properly consumed over the time. But maybe the average player doesn't really care because it's cheap to fix your legendaries. So you know what, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But it's a little sad because then it makes the Hoa refight not as good of a money-making method that I would like to see the Hoa refight be more worth it. Like, how many main accounts do you know that do the Hoa refight? I don't know of many. I don't know of a ton. It's a little bit of a bummer there, but that's okay. It is what it is. That's just the more honest market history we cover here, the honest market history of the Rainbow Quill. Sorry, my voice is a little, I feel like I'm losing my voice, so apologies for the off voice today. But we do have the achievement showcase to go ahead and cover. Okay, we have shiny Dino, someone's first shiny over from Marlin. Congratulations to you, dude, on your very first shiny in PokeMMO at 20,000 encounters and pretty good stats: 30 HP, 31 defense, 27 Spatak. High Dragon's a special attacking Pokemon most of the time. You just want that Spadef and speed. This is a very well statted Pokemon for your very first shiny, man. Congratulations to you, dude. And next up, over to Gon, who after only 42 days, I mean 42 days of grinding is a disgusting amount of grinding, don't get me wrong, but the fact that you managed to get all of the legendary, all roaming legendaries in PokeMMO within less than 2 months is ridiculous. And you had to have had the perfect like lineup of the dates. You can see he started on March 22nd. So on March 22nd, he only gave himself 8 days to get the 2 legendaries in the 2 regions. That's already like not a lot of time to even get 1 legendary sometimes. That's a difficult hunt, man. And then he finished on May 3rd, which means he got the final 2 legendaries in 3 days. The fact that you were able to overlap this in the way you did and get all the legends within 42 days is like, that's like a speed run type shit to me. That is really impressive, man. You got Articuno. I like that he kept track of all of his encounters as well. Articuno was at 2,000 encounters. Raikou was at 16k. Zapdos was at 13k. Entei is at 18k, it looks like. And then Suicune and Moltres both around that 3k encounter rate, dude. Congratulations. That is awesome to see, man. That's a really crazy hunt to do in 42 days. Next up, Harry G Nuts, one of my infamous Twitch primers. What is up, Twitch subs? Did 1 horde. Not only is this Hariyama a 1200 1300 encounter shiny, he did 1 horde and got the shiny, which is so insane. Like, look at that, you can see the 5 Hariyama encounters. That is nuts, man. Also, Hariyama is kind of an underrated shiny, dude. Congratulations to you, man. That's a fantastic catch. Next up, Sitgo, dude. I can't imagine having 51 OT first single, 51 OT. Okay, sorry, I think I misunderstood actually. He got his 51st OT shiny. This apparently, I think this is his first single, his first ever single encounter shiny, and he's going for Cryogonal next, man. Congratulations to you, man. That's a lot. 51 OT shinies is a ton of OT shinies, man. That is very fucking impressive. I misread that at first, so apologies. Next up, Friezo. You don't often see, I would love to see more PvP player flexes, man. You don't get to see a whole lot of this. I'd love to have more PvP players like this in my community, man. It's really cool to see Friezo. Thank you for sharing, man. He won his first ever OU tournament, not just, you know, high rank or whatever and you know, ladder, but a tournament victory. He won himself a shiny Gibble because of it. Jolly nature. I believe it's 2 times 31. It might be even better than that. I'm not sure if it's 2 times, 3 times, or 6 times guaranteed, but it's a jolly shiny Gibble that's at least gonna have 31 attack, 31 speed, but potentially better stats as well. Winning a PvP tournament is incredibly difficult. The competition of PvP in PokeMMO is very high, man. So congratulations to you, dude. Next up, this guy, dude. This is a cool one, man. This is from someone who's like, you know what? I wanted to try out Safari Shiny Hunting. They said that they were a new Safari Shiny Hunter. And it's safe to say that they were born to do this, because this person has gotten an 18,000 encounter shiny Sunkern and then a 25,000 encounter secret shiny Apom, and he caught them both. Bro has not had a flea yet. I believe he said he was going for a Teddy Ursa, if I recall correctly. So good luck to you on your Teddy Ursa shunts. I love the Hoenn. The Hoenn Safari Zone, dude, is a beautiful, beautiful place. A lot of cool Pokemon there, a lot of cool species. This is insane. The secret Apom is thing of dreams. Like, that's a dream come true. I love shiny Apom, especially a secret would be amazing. Dude, this is just so cool to see, man. Congrats on 2 amazing shinies, and I hope you keep catching them, dude. That is the scary thing. It takes some crazy gonads to Safari Shunt at all in Pokemon, let alone Safari Shunt in PokeMMO, the game with a 1 in 30,000 shiny rate. Like, it's next level stuff, man. It is next level stuff. Congratulations to you, and I hope that keeps up. And then finally, Hiryu, who we just mentioned yesterday in the last stream recap. He went 170,000 encounters for only 2 phases over at Dratini, and he got a shiny Magikarp and a shiny Dratini in 170,000 encounters. Awful average rate, but at least he got the Dratini, right, with few phases. And I told him, Hiryu, I hope that RNG evens out for you if you play long enough. It usually does. That's how it works, you know. People love to complain when they're dry, which I understand, but you gotta appreciate when you're wet as well, right? And it happened almost instantly for Hiryu, which is what you want to see. A shiny Yanma at 1,800 encounters. Oh, dude, congratulations. That is the RNG you want to see even out after going that fucking disgustingly dry for 2 shinies, 170k. You know, what is that, like 75? No, it's even more than that. 85,000 encounters average for 2 shinies. Insane. Happy to see your luck turned around. So this is why I love the achievement showcase, covering someone's like full shunting career, seeing the progress as it happens, being invested in your guys' journey the way that you're sometimes invested in mine. Like, that's what it's all about, man. Congratulations to you, Hiryu, on the shiny Yanma. I'm fucking so happy to see that, dude. All right, I believe that is our pretty quick stream recap intro for today. Actually, I have a lot of progress and a lot of gaming to do on the Ironman today. It will be a very, very long stream, so I'm sure I'll see you guys with tons of questions from chat and lots of yapping points within the Pokemon community. If you ever want to talk about anything or ask anything, feel free to come in the streams. I'm live Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET, and we talk about anything Pokemon related. As long as you're willing to have a productive conversation and a good dialogue, you are welcome here. Let's go ahead and jump into our Jimmy run first, fellas. Has anyone ever maxed out Pokeyen on an account? Yes, it does happen. It's similar to old school RuneScape, where the max cash stack is like 2.17 bill or whatever. It's like a specific coding number. It's around 2.1 to 2.2 billion Pokeyen. And what happens is there are items that are worth more than that. One of the most infamous examples is something like the Q hat or something like the Desu Lab coat. These are vanities that came out, some of the first 3 vanities, I believe. Like the Electric Storm is a good example. The Electric Storm is like kind of like Goku's hair, if you're familiar. It's like the big, you know, these are vanities that are worth usually over 2 bill. It's tough to put a direct price tag on them. I mean, I don't want to, it's difficult to say prices because people sometimes will use that as like, oh, that's what that means if Patrouski said it, but honestly, I don't know. These types of things are so rare, so collectible, they are traded so infrequently that it's really difficult to gauge a price on them, and you want to go talk to like super experts on this stuff, and don't take my number as like the number that they're worth, right? But the last I heard, right, there are things like the Desu Lab code, which the last I heard was like 15 billion Pokeyen, right? And when you get into numbers like that, people are trading like, oh, here's a 6x31 shiny Charizard that's worth, you know, whatever 100 mil. Here's, you know, here's like a bill worth of like 1,000 RP vouchers or some shit. Like, people will, you start trading in items. Similar things happens in like other MMOs, like old school RuneScape as well. You start trading in items because things just become so valuable. You can't do the exchange or the trade with just Pokeyen, which is insane, right? It's something most of us will never, I'll never experience that, you know, but it's a cool thing, man. It's a cool thing to see and to know about. Yeah, sometimes I need that party hat. One of the rarest items in the game is the party hat, which there is only one of. And it's a very weird story because the party hat, what's crazy is the party hat, I have a full video on this, check it out. It tells the whole history at a much better detail, but the party hat actually used to be a diff shop item, and it was so unpopular they removed it. And when they removed it, I think only like 3 people had bought it, and then like 2 of them got like banned or deleted somehow, and then now there's only one left in the entire game. It's like a discontinued, removed item that was just an RP item back in the day, and now it's the only one in the game, and it's owned by one of like the richest collectors. It's a really crazy thing. It's really there's some really deep lore when it comes to PokeMMO's history, which is something that I weirdly, you know, I'm lucky to know a little bit about, so I played the game since, well, not, this doesn't say that, but I played the game since 2013. So if you're here for PokeMMO history and weird niche lore that, you know, not every new player can know or didn't live through, you know, I'm kind of the nerd for that, right? Let's stop stalling for I gotta do my gym rerun though, boys. This is a fantastic question. Someone said, should I invest in strange tentacles? Like, do I think people go bright? And obviously, like, you got to make your own decisions. I don't know. No one knows what will go up and blah, blah. L Cosmetic, I think the cosmetic's fucking sick for 900K. The main question, I think it's sick. I think it will for sure go up if it's limited. The question is, it says event only. It says exclusive to 2025. But it is the boss reward for defeating Darkrai on hard mode. The question you have to ask yourself is, will the devs return this in future years and make it the, you know, based on what it says, it shouldn't return, but maybe that was a mistake. Maybe it should say seasonal. I don't know. It all comes down to, will it actually be exclusive to 2025 or will it return each year? That's the main thing that I would ask. If it doesn't return, I think the Vanity, I mean, I'm wearing it obviously on the Ironman account. I think it's a sick Vanity for 900K. That feels incredibly cheap. It all just comes down to, will it return? Will it come back into rotation, and will more supply flood the market? How many are on the GTL right now is a good question, actually. Let's go check. I think it's a beautiful Vanity. Currently there are 40 of them. It's not like a ton, but not like a small amount. It's like a medium amount. 40 of these. Medium to low ish. 40 on the GTLs. Just make your own decisions and investments, but I think it's a pretty damn cool Vanity in my opinion. I love hearing and sharing wholesome stories like this. Callum Stone said, I met the nicest guy on PokeMMO yesterday. He gave me a level 100 EV trained payday me out because I was telling global chat how broke I was. If this F story ever gets back to that guy, shout out to you. I appreciate you helping new players, man. And like, I don't always love giving when a new player, I don't love giving like tons of Pokeyen to new players. I think it's kind of like turning on cheat codes in like The Sims. It ruins the game. It ruins the progression. One of the best things you can give to a new player is something like that, a level 100 payday me, because now they can go put in the work and the effort and make their own Pokeyen. That's what you want to do. You want to give them the fishing rod, not the fish. That's what he did to you, man. He set you up with the job, the way to make the Pokeyen, and now all you got to do is go put in like the effort and the work, and like he set you up for success. He didn't give it to you. That's perfect. That is exactly what you want to do in a video game like that. That is beautiful, man. That's like that. Not only was that guy generous, but he was also smart and intentional about what he gave you. I love that. That's awesome. You know, like giving someone like a bunch of, I love like giving away Pokeballs, like 1,000 Pokeballs or some shit. Like giving away Pokeballs, giving away timer balls to new players is probably a great way for alphas. Giving away like contrary hidden ability access spinda, things like that, man. Giving away tools they can use to make more Pokeyen. That's the best thing to give away, I think, to new players versus like spoiling their progression type thing. In my opinion, that's the best gift, man. Thanks for sharing that story, dude. Oh my god, Hiryu, no you didn't. Hiryu, we just covered, this is the guy who went 106, what the fuck? He went 170,000 encounters dry for 2 shinies over at Dratini. We just showed his Yanma. Today. His RNG is evening out, and it's evening out still. He got a 14,000 encounter secret shiny Graveler while fossil farming, I assume, with the fossil on it. Dude, keep going, boys. If you're dry, keep going, man. If you're dry, keep going. RNG will even out. That is, like, it's honestly, I think it's scarier to go wet. I'd rather be on a dry streak than a wet streak, because if you're on a wet streak, you know the dry streak is coming up. But if you're on a fucking dry streak, you know the wet streak is coming up eventually as well, you know, hopium copium. But like, if you go long enough, that's awesome, man. Congratulations to you, dude. That is, it's so, I was just talking about in the stream recap, it's so important to see the like progression of someone's shiny hunting journey in live time. It's so beautiful to be involved in your guys' journeys like that. Congratulations, Hiryu. That is fucking awesome again, dude. Yeah, dude, people ask all the time how to make money in PokeMMO, and there's obviously a ton of methods, but someone just asked, you know, is Patrouski, you did a video EV training and XP training, Typhlosions for profit. That is almost always good profit. It's all about like how much time it takes and how much the margin is. So right now, level 80 modest Typhlosions go for about 165k, right? And you can buy Quills. Obviously not level 80. Let's get rid of that in level 80 or whatever. You can buy Quills for 84k. So if you just buy these Quills, EV train them, XP, which will take a long time to be fair, EV train and XP train them, you'll double your money. You'll absolutely make good profit, but it's more about like how much profit per hour is it? I don't know that obviously off the top of my head. You have to like run the math or calculate or whatever. You might want to use XP charms, which is going to eat into your profit a little bit or whatever, but it's usually worth it to save the time. But if you're a newer player, like it's hard to go wrong with figuring out what Pokemon are used in the game to make more money, right? Typhlosions are used to do gym reruns, right? Articunos and Cloisters are used to do trainer reruns. Figure out what Pokemon are used to make more money. Brelooms, catching Pokemon, Smeargle, and then go ahead and just EV train and XP train them, and usually you'll make decent Pokeyen. Let's check Smeargles for, let's do like Adamant, Smeargle, 25 in both attack and speed. There's one for 60k. This is 31s. So this one's 60k. You could buy this, EV train it. Let's say it's now to level 100, right? So you could buy the non-level 100 ones for 60k and 95k. And then if you EV trained and leveled up, you could sell them for 220, 230k a piece. Like that's really, really good. That's a crazy margin, right? And also Smeargle, like Smeargles are pretty quick Pokemon to XP train. It's only 800,000 XP to level 100 versus something like Breloom, which is 1.6 million. Breloom is twice as long to level 100 as Smeargle, which is why level 100 bulbs are so expensive. Well, but not even much so more than Smeargles. Like you gotta check. PokeMMO is all about learning. PokeMMO is all about learning the game at a deeper level. It's hard for me to just tell you, oh yeah, just go do this, just go do that, because when I say that, right, people are now going to go fill this gap. Currently, there is a gap in the Smeargle market. Smeargles are like really expensive for level 100 ones. You could go make some good Pokeyen. But when this, you know, live stream comes out, people are going to go do that. And they're going to fill the gap. PokeMMO is not like other MMOs where you just do the same money making method every single day, unless it's like gym reruns, trainer reruns, you know, consistent ones. But a lot of these like fill the gap, fill the supply and demand money making methods. You have to switch around constantly. You have to be smart. You have to learn the game at a deeper level. And I try to tell people that. People love commenting like, oh, every time I make a money making method, well, there goes that money making method. Now that one's destroyed. Thanks a lot, Patrouski, for spreading information. Grr, I hate information spreading. Only I should know about this information. I dread that mentality. I think it's bad for the world, bad for everybody. I'm a big fan of spreading information and spreading knowledge, okay? And the big thing with money making methods is if a video, yeah, there's someone in the chat, yeah, if a video or if a stream of mine spreads the information to where someone fills the gap, that's a healthy market transaction, right? Check it again in 3 months. I always tell people it goes in waves. I have a video called why a money making method can't be destroyed in PokeMMO, and that's mostly true. There are rare examples. Well, honestly, I mean, the biggest thing is just like the market changing because of alphas and IV mons going down in price over time. We are in a really good training market right now, where if you're a newer player or a medium level player, just putting in the work and just work and effort and time, which is hard, right? XP trading and EV trading Pokemon will just make you good Pokeyen, but you want to do it on Pokemon that are really used. Another good example is Gothitels. People need imprisoned Gothitels right now to do the new Amulet Coin farming strat. You need a pretty specific Gothitelle. You want like high defense, high speed, high HP. You want like pretty specific stats. Good Gothitels that are high level are usually worth a lot of Pokeyen. And there's also very few options. Gothitels are one of the most underrepresented markets in the game. Very high demand, very low supply. There probably is some really good opportunities here. Like this bold Gothita, you could buy this for 115k, EV train it in like HP and defense, maybe speed if you need to make it fast enough to outspeed the wild Meowths, and then sell it for like 200k probably. You know, like that's, people need these Pokemon to go Amulet Coin farm. They need them to make other money. You want to look at the best way that I teach people to make money in PokeMMO is look at the best money making methods in the game and then ask yourself, how can I help those people make money? Go to the next level. Level 1 is amulet coin farming or, you know, gym rerunning or whatever. Level 2 is how can I help other people amulet coin farm, gym rerun. You get to like level 3 and like, well, you know, how do I help other people make money is a great way to make money yourself in PokeMMO. That's the real understanding of the economy, and it's really where you grow. You grow as a PokeMMO player the more you know about the game. It's a game knowledge game. The more you learn, the more you play, the more you watch content, whether mine or someone else's who has good experience, you will learn more about the game, and when you learn more, you'll make more money. It's really that simple. Game knowledge is king in PokeMMO. Game knowledge and time and effort for sure. This is an interesting point, and I agree with this to some extent, to a fair extent. I recently started playing PokeMMO, and I found PokeMMO to be one of the easiest markets to flip on ever. If you have previous experience from other games, other MMOs flipping, you can make a massive amount of Pokeyen flipping in PokeMMO. PokeMMO ends up being one of the highest profit games to flip in because the market is so complicated. Because every Pokemon, it's one of the most difficult to learn. It is one of the most difficult games to flip in, but also one of the best and most successful to flip in because of the complexity of every Pokemon, right? If you're selling a Meowth, right, every Meowth is different. If you're selling a Rune Longsword in old school RuneScape, every Rune Longsword is the same. There's no different stats, there's no kill counts, there's no, you know, cool markings. They're all the same. But every single Meowth you see on the GTL is different. Everyone has a different nature, a different stat placement, different IV spreads, different move sets, hidden ability access, shiny or not shiny, particle effects. There is so much minutia, so much extra details when it comes to Pokemon, right? So that means if you want to take the time to extract maximum value out of a Meowth with, like, let's say, you know, just 31 attack and 31 speed versus a Meowth with that and a particle effect, like, you enter these really, or like 31 attack, 31 speed, and like, let's say 20 plus and 2 other stats. Like, you can find some really crazy margins sometimes, or really crazy flips, because you're willing to take that time and rest on that yen for these really complicated things that's really easy to miss. And people, it takes a lot of time to price check things. People often want to sell things quickly and just get back to making the money and things like that. Well, yeah, there's really high success potential. The potential for flipping in PokeMMO is much higher than other games, in my opinion, but it's also so much harder to learn, and the floor is higher, in my opinion. But it's a really beautiful game for flipping, in my opinion. I think it's great. The market in PokeMMO is extremely complicated and extremely beautiful in that way, dude. Alrighty, fellas, catch event results are coming in. 4th place was won by Sir, I like the name, Sir Claus, with a score of 16. Congratulations. A very, very low catch. That is even lower than average. Usually you see about 18 to 20 point overall for 4th place. 16 is a really phenomenal catch. With that -6 point score, it makes it as well. We had a few people in chat. We had someone with a 24. We had someone with a 30. We had a few people in chat with some low catches today, man. Congratulations to Sir Claus. Very cool name. Over with 4th place. 3rd is a 1. Oh, I see this name. Toad, that's you? I was about to, I see this name in game all the time. I see PWCC all over the game. Did I see you grinding, man? That's a name I recognize in like the overworld. A 3rd place score of 170. That is a high. I submitted my 154 just in case. The odds of it placing are like sub 1, it's like 0.5%, very low. But I try to submit anything that's like a 150 or above. So you know what? It was still worth the time. Caught with 5 minutes left too, Toad. Congratulations, man. 2nd place, 172. Finnegan. Look at these good names, man. Finnegan. 172. Congratulations, man. I like the name. And then 1st place, they're still drum rolling. The winner, Mr. Granola said, the winner of this exquisite, elegant event is ... They're stalling for content. Oh, it's an Iron Man. Oh, JCX, the Iron Man. I gotta give him a GZ. An Iron Man won 1st place. JCX, the Iron Man, with a 174 with only 7 minutes left in the event. That is why you don't give up. It's why you keep catching, dude. That's like the second, other than me, you know, placing, 2nd best is winning, seeing an Iron Man get 1st place. That might even be better. That's awesome, dude. That's really cool, man. GZ Iron Man win. That's beautiful, dude. Also, the staff, like, is that the Iron Man gang? Like, dude, all the Iron Men GGing the other Iron Man. I love the, like, communal support and love there. That's beautiful, man. Congratulations to you, man. JCX, congrats. So much love to you, dude. Fucking hell yeah, dude. All right, that is our catch event done with for today, fellas. Good luck next event, and thanks to everyone for participating, as always. But already, fellas, that is going to be it for me. Congrats to everybody who placed or won in the catch event. Sorry, Gur. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's stream. A nice little 7-hour Wednesday. I've been loving streaming recently. The long hours has been a lot of fun. It's been a good way for me to earn my vacation coming up this weekend, and I hope that you guys feel like I've earned it. If not, call me stinky in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe for daily Pokemon videos. I will be uploading daily even while on vacation. I have stuff scheduled and planned. Episode 32 of the Iron Man account, the first post-event season Iron Man episode, is coming out this weekend on Saturday. It's a 4-hour video with almost 200 hours of progress in it. It is a big one. I hope you guys enjoy. I love making it. So I'm gonna peace out. I'll see you guys later. I will see you tomorrow for another long stream. Probably not as long on Thursday. Maybe like a 4-hour stream or so. We'll have to see. We'll play it by ear. I'll see you guys then. Have a good, my final stream before vacation. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Have a good night. Peace, Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody's name who was on this list. You really allow me to make the content that I do every single day, and I hope I can make it worth your guys' while and add to your PokeMMO journey. Thanks again so much for watching the entire video, and have a great day.